MJM yachts are built by craftsmen in the USA who utilize superior materials and advanced processes. The boats provide great fuel economy, excellent seakeeping, and the build process is eco-smart. A distinguishing characteristic is the engineering that goes into selecting the fiber reinforcement and epoxy in the MJM laminate. Behind all this are alternating plies of stitched, not woven, engineered biaxial cloth with fiber orientations alternating between plus or minus 45 degrees and 0 to 90 degrees to create an isotropic base laminate with fibers radiating in all directions in 45-degree increments. What you see here is an Epoxy Wet Impregnator. It's from this machine that we get the term pre-preg, or epoxy pre-impregnated construction, when discussing the build of an MJM Yachts. Here at Boston BoatWorks, they run the fabric through these rollers and apply epoxy in precise quantities. This process forces epoxy into the actual fiber tows, or bundles, in the cloth and squeezes out excess resin. It's rolled on these tubes, carried to the boat, and laid into the mold. It's all very precise. All of this results in a 40 to 60 epoxy to glass ratio. Conventional boat building processes yield exactly the opposite. The end result is a light, stiff, strong, and durable structure. Stiffer, lighter, stronger results in a more durable and more fuel-efficient boat. And one that's more environmentally friendly. It costs more, but the benefits are huge. Besides the fabrics, other high-tech materials that go into the lamination of an MJM Yachts include this core cell foam.
Core cell is closed cell, doesn't absorb water, can't rot, won't make your boat get heavier.
The core cell foam is precision computer cut to fit throughout the boat.
And you'll note that there's different colors of the foam. The different colors indicate different densities. Different densities are used throughout the boat depending upon the application. Anywhere a cleat or other rugged piece of equipment needs to be installed, they use backing plates like this aluminum you see cut in here. Or they'll use a product like this Penske board. It's a waterproof composite product that won't rot and securely accepts fasteners. Now, after this foam and these high-tech products are cut to the custom sizes that they need to be, they're placed in a kit. For instance, here's a hatch. They're laid out exactly the way the engineering staff decides that they should be, and then a crew of craftsmen over here hand finishes them. I'd like you to note how much attention to detail, and they've got 3 men working on it, the underside of an engine hatch. I've toured most boat plants in America, and I can tell you that in most cases, they don't pay that much attention to the places that you don't look at that often. MJM really goes to the nth degree to make sure the boat is finished everywhere. What you see here is the deck of a 40Z. Now, what's interesting here are several things. Number one, we can see the high-tech, very expensive fabric.
The stitched E-glass being laid in, and you can see it's being laid out at full length. Now, you can look close and you can see that the fibers of this E-glass is biaxial. It's laid at a 45-degree angle to each other. You can probably see how the light is glistening on it. That, plus the fact that it's laid along the full length of the part, that really makes the part strong, really helps the part to distribute the loads across its entire length. Compared to other boat builders, there's no comparison. This is an open lamination of an MJM Yachts. And I'll point out here that epoxy is not a styrenated resin and does not release styrene or other volatile organic compounds into the atmosphere as it cures.
The pre-preg laminates that they use in MJM Yachts are post-cured. Now, what does that mean? You notice these big brown inflatable heating ducts.
These ducts pump hot air from a custom process heater that regulates both temperature and quantity of air forced into the post-curing room. A second recirculating duct circuit creates a convection oven effect for even temperature distribution throughout the part. This increases the elongation of the resin matrix to make the part stronger and more durable.
I'm here inside a 50Z hull.
See the keel on the center line? That's solid E-glass set in epoxy. What this technician is installing is the puzzle-jointed engineered coring for the structural grid at exactly the right height for a precise fit in each and every boat.
Here at Boston BoatWorks, they build custom-made wiring harnesses for each and every MJM Yachts boat. If you're a boater, you know that electrical reliability is paramount. And here they're ensuring that whether you hit the switch today or tomorrow, something's going to happen on the other end of the circuit. How do they do that? Check it out. First of all, a technician gets the plan for the specific boat that the harness is to go in. He grabs the raw materials from the racks that you see here, and then, according to the plan generated by computer, he builds the harness using top quality components on this board, which they call the harness board. Everything is ABYC compliant.
They even use mil-spec waterproof pin connectors, which are the best in the industry.
When the harness is complete and passes quality control, it moves on and goes into the boat for final installation. Here's another cool thing we discovered here at Boston BoatWorks, watching them put together MJM Yachts. Behind me here is a bulkhead, a stateroom bulkhead for a 50Z model. Really cool. It's cherry veneer on the outside, sandwiching mahogany plies, a lot of them, for structural durability. And in the very center, rubberized cork. That's sound deadening. So here we have a good to look at bulkhead that's structurally really strong and keeps the noise out. Who could ask for more in a cabin bulkhead? Few boat builders take the extra pains that Boston BoatWorks takes in assembling and manufacturing MJM Yachts. For instance, check out how this carpenter is coating the edges of this plywood end grain with epoxy to ensure that it won't absorb moisture. In fact, he's finishing the underside of this countertop where no one will ever see it. This is a Galley cabinet, just a simple cabinet, and I want to show you how nicely it's finished. Solid wood, of course. There's no edge-banded particle board to be found aboard an MJM Yachts boat, but check out how the sides are dovetailed, okay? There's no simple pin nail joints. This is built to last. It's a fine piece of joiner work, worthy of the boat it's going in. We hope you've enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at how a high-tech boat is built. For more information about recreational boat building, visit boatingmag.com.